What's going on, everybody? It's GameUnboxingReviews here, and welcome back to another LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 news update. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about all the news that came out of EGX 2017. Now, while there wasn't a lot of news that came out of that event, there are still some cool little things that we definitely need to talk about regarding LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. And if you stay to the very end of the video, there may even be a brand new exclusive character reveal. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so first up, let's start off small by talking about something new to do with the characters in the game. So one of the things I was really impressed with and really surprised by at EGX 2017 was this new thing they showed with the characters, where if you select a character in the character grid, they will actually say something, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if that applies for every single character in the game plus variants, but I'm sure a few of the characters will be able to do this. For example, you can see right here when you select Howard the Duck, you get to hear the awesome Greg Miller say this, which is very cool.
Howard the Duck, trapped in a world I've actually grown accustomed to.
Another cool thing that was revealed is that Kang the Conqueror actually makes some public announcements in Chronopolis, which are pretty funny, and I'm sure he does it, you know, from time to time. Whether he continues to do it after you've defeated them, though, remains to be seen. But another cool thing that we now know is who is voicing Kang the Conqueror, and it is actually Peter Serafinowicz, who, if you don't know, actually played Saul in Guardians of the Galaxy. So he is no stranger to Marvel, and he's also no stranger to LEGO either, because he was also the narrator in LEGO World. So it's great to have him as the voice of Kang the Conqueror. Personally, I think he's doing a fantastic job, and I can't wait to hear more of his version of Kang the Conqueror in this game. This is just a really small thing, but I thought it was really cool. When you see Kanem web swinging through Chronopolis, if you listen carefully, you can hear that the webs make a kind of sloppy sound effect, which is, you know, very much inspired by what a symbiote would sound like when it would shoot webs. And I think that's really cool. It's one of those little attention to details I really appreciate in these games, because you've got Spider-Man, who will obviously have his web shooters, and the symbiotes, their webbing a sound effect will sound different, which is very, very cool. Now, I've been getting a lot of comments from people asking about random crimes. Are they returning in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2? Well, I believe they've teased them several times, and I'm pretty certain we will get some form of random crimes in the game. But one of the things I want to mention is you can see from the gameplay that Kang actually has his own police force in Chronopolis. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to attack you all the time, but it appears that one of them starts to basically pick a fight with Kanem in this gameplay, and Kanem can just defeat him. So I guess you can just pick fights with the police force, Kang's police force, whenever you want, which is great. When I played the game at EGX 2017, I did notice some of the cops, you know, running around the map, and I think I did try and attack some, and it worked. You know, you could just pick fights with them. So I'm guessing anyone that looks like a bad guy in the open world, you could probably just start fights with them if you want. It's entirely up to you, which is awesome. Now, this is something which I definitely was not expecting, branching stories. This is very exciting because Phil Ring confirmed at EGX 2017 that there is a point in the game where you get to choose which team you want to follow. Now, I don't know what teams those are going to be, but I think that's really exciting because it makes me think, could we be getting a mini civil war in the story? Could something happen where it divides the teams, you know, because of Kang the Conqueror, because of something that's happened? Really exciting stuff. I love where this story is going. It sounds so unique and different compared to the first one, and I can't wait to see more from it. Another surprising addition to the game are Selfie Billboards. Now, for those of you who don't know, basically characters like Spider-Gwen, Gwenpool, and probably other characters as well can take selfies in the game at any time. You can change the filter, the camera angle, and all that kind of stuff. It is really, really cool stuff. And at EGX 2017, Phil Ring confirmed that you can now actually decorate the billboards with the selfies you have taken. So let's say, for example, that Spider-Gwen just took a cool picture with She-Hulk in ancient Egypt. You could then take that selfie image and add it to a billboard in Chronopolis, which is a really nice touch because it kind of allows you to customize Chronopolis in your image. You know, not to a huge extent, but I still think that is a really nice little addition to the game that I was not expecting. Now, Phil Ring also mentioned that this will be used in quests as well, so you might have to change certain billboards to certain selfies for characters to unlock a gold brick or a character or a vehicle or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure from the sound of it as well, it did sound like you could just do it in free roam as well. You could change that billboard to be whatever you want. It's entirely up to you. Very, very nice addition to the game. Next up, we need to talk about some brand new character reveals, and first up, we have Odin. Now, obviously, from the gameplay we see, it isn't Odin, it's actually Loki in disguise, but the fact that the model is in the game kind of confirms that Odin will be playable. Also, Odin actually mentions, or should I say Loki mentions, the Warriors 3, so that could possibly confirm that Fandral, Volstagg, and Hogun might be in the game as well, and usually, when those guys are around, Sif isn't that far behind. Jonah Jameson was also revealed to be in the game, and the role he plays in the story is actually pretty cool. Basically, when you start a new mission, he will start talking about what's going on in a cutscene. That's pretty nice. I'm not exactly sure if Jonah Jameson will be playable, but I mean, he was in the first game, so I don't doubt it. I'm pretty sure Jonah Jameson will be playable in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, but of course, we will just have to wait and see. Now, the thing that got me most excited about the content that was shown at EGX 2017 for LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 is hands down the fact that SpiderGwen now has this amazing transformation animation in the game where she jumps in the air, swings off screen, and then swings back on screen in her civilian clothes as Gwen Stacy. That literally blew my mind. I could not believe they added that to the game. Such a cool feature, because I've said time and time again how much I love the fact that Peter Parker could turn into Spider-Man and vice versa at any time in the previous game. So it's so great to see them bringing that back into LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 with other Spider-Man characters. Hopefully this means Spider-Man 2099 might be able to turn into Miguel O'Hara, Miles Morales into his civilian clothes, Spider-Man Noir into a 1930s Peter, maybe even Venom could turn into Eddie Brock and Carnage into Cletus Cassidy. That would be amazing. But of course, we will just have to wait and see. Also, it's interesting to see that when Gwen Stacy comes back on screen, she's also swinging in a civilian clothes, so maybe we can now swing around in the civilian clothes as Gwen Stacy. If not, then I'm sure there's probably a way to do it with the customizer, because, you know, that customizer is going to be amazing, and I just can't wait to actually see it in action. Now, before we move on to the final thing in the video where we're going to be talking about the exclusive character reveal, I need to talk about Chronopolis, because I get so many comments from people saying they are disappointed in this map, that it is far too small and, you know, it's just nowhere near as good as Manhattan. Now, personally, I was a bit iffy on Chronopolis at first, but as soon as I saw it in person, I thought it looked amazing. You know, from the gameplay and everything, it really did. And after playing in Chronopolis in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 at EGX 2017, I still believe that. I still believe this is an amazing map, more so than before, because let me tell you right now, the sheer scale of this map is just insane. The first thing I did was go straight to Xandar, because no one has looked at that yet, and I wanted to see what it looked like, and let me tell you, it looks very accurate to what you see in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which is really cool. But the thing is, I went straight for playing as Spider-Man from Spider-Man Homecoming, of course. That's obviously what I would do, and I started swinging, and it was a lot of fun, and then I started, you know, swinging much faster with the faster swinging ability, which was even cooler, but I just could not get to Xandar quick enough. I honestly had to switch to Star-Lord. The map is that big, I had to switch character just to get over there quick enough, because it was taking forever. Not to say that Spider-Man isn't fun to play as, he is. He's a lot of fun to play as. It's just you have to think about how you're going to get to a place quick enough, and obviously a flying character is better, because they can just fly over the top of everything, but the sheer scale of it is just insane. It really, really is. After that, I basically wandered around 2099 NYC for a bit, which was a lot of fun. That place looks amazing as well. And I also spotted mindless ones in Sakaar and the classic Hulk big figure. So there you go. Mindless ones and classic Hulk are playable in the game, I would imagine. I think the mindless ones will be playable, but classic Hulk is definitely going to be playable. You see him in the trailers and everything and stuff like that. And I've got to, you know, say, Lumiria looks incredible. This was a pretty early build that I was playing. I don't think it was the latest build we've seen of the game, but it still looked amazing. I love the underwater sections in the game. I didn't actually get a chance to fly up to nowhere, but everything else just looked incredible. It really did. It was a short demo of Chronopolis. I couldn't play it for too long, but everything I saw, I was blown away by it, and I just want to go back now. I just want to see more of Chronopolis already, because it's an amazing map. It really is. If you guys are worried about it, please don't, because you're honestly going to be blown away when you actually get your hands on the game and finally see the final version of this map. It is just insane. I even wandered around Man-Thing Swamp for a bit, and that looks so creepy and cool and different compared to the other areas. Every area in the map looks different, and that is really, really impressive. And last but most certainly not least, the final thing we need to talk about is, of course, a brand new character reveal. So at EGX 2017, I actually got a chance to play as Captain Avalon, who is essentially the medieval England version of Steve Rogers. And he is so cool. He attacks with his sword and his shield, and he just looks awesome. The design is really, really nice. You'll see on Google and things like that that his design sometimes has a helmet. The one I was playing as, he didn't. He just had blonde hair and I think a blonde beard as well. Basically what you see in this image I'm showing right here, but he looked awesome and I can't wait to play as him again. And hopefully, seeing as how we have Captain Avalon and Greenskin Smash Troll, hopefully this means we'll get more medieval Avengers soon as well, because they look really cool in this game. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Not a lot of news came out of EGX 2017, but don't worry, because next week is New York Comic Con, and Arthur Parsons has even been asking people on Twitter what they would like to see from the game. I've seen requests for 2099 and Noir characters, the character creator, and lots more things. So I think that might be the event where we're going to get some huge news for LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. Personally, I would love to see the character creator and some really popular characters. You know, I'd love to see some really popular characters that people have requested for the game, because you got to think, this game, it is not long until it's finally released. So if they can announce some really popular characters, I think people will be even more excited for this game than they already are. And I think the hype for this game is very high right now, because me personally, I can't wait to finally play it. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.